It's always fun living out in the country, nowhere good to meet a semi truck. So we're over here at Dominic's Equipment waiting for the big semi to come in, and gonna hook our 4500 up to it to take it back to the woodlot. But they're bringing this one in, actually bumper pulling it with the semi, so nobody could have anything big enough available to bring it in from Wisconsin as a power only, because it's too big to go up on a trailer. So I definitely, I know that we're not going to fit the semi up at the woodlot, so we're out here waiting by the highway for the old semi truck to show up with the new processor. Patiently waiting. Well, trying to be patient, I should say. Hello again, YouTube. AJ Shaver here, and we are moving Log-Zilla from the drop point over to the woodlot. I've got a camera in the back, kind of videotaping the journey here. I kind of pinching myself that it's finally here. We're in a Ram 4500. I've got 444 gears in the back, and it is a 6-speed, so tooling right along here at 45 miles an hour. Unit does weigh about 17,000 pounds, and because of the log loader in the front, there is about 5,000, 6,000 pounds worth of hitch weight. Yes, there really is that much. We have scaled it to see what actually goes onto the truck. It did drop this 4500 about 4.5 inches by just putting it on the coupler. It is a heavy-duty Pintel Ring on this. There's two reasons that there's that much hitch weight. One is because we have a log loader on the front. The whole reason we put this processor together was to be kind of a one-shot unit where you could load your own live deck with it without having to have a skid steer around. You know, for doing that piece of it, just trying to make it where it would go just one way, one trip, process, and then come home. I knew it was going to be heavy, but that's why we have a 4500, and it does have an 18-foot fold over the top conveyor on it, so that will very easily, you know, load the back of the dump truck. So if we go out to process, we can run everything right in the back of the truck and either dump it on site or bring it back to our own woodlot if we're doing that kind of thing. Will say it does pull really nice. We're right about 55 miles an hour here now, and other than it just being heavy back there in our crappy Pennsylvania roads, goes pretty good. The trucker that dropped it off said it towed like a dream, you know, so it's already got 1,000 miles underneath its tires, you know, going from brute force out in Dorchester, Wisconsin to here in Dallas, Pennsylvania. This is the second rendition of what we're calling the Log-Zilla. The first one we had, the frame wasn't heavy duty enough for the log loader, so it would kind of twist and flex. So a good friend of mine, Jared from up in Alaska, has our 1.0 version. So this is actually the 2.0, our second attempt at doing it. did a whole secondary frame on it. There's actually 8 outriggers on it as well. We upgraded the motor to a 56 horsepower, and we are doing electric over hydraulic on the auto cycle. It's supposed to sport somewhere right around a 2.7 second cycle time. We did get the full wedge package with this one, so we got the 4, the 6, the 8, the 10, and the 12 way. So 5 different wedges. We do have the auxiliary hydraulics on the back of it, because you know we have the disc cleaner and the stacking conveyor. So we're going to run everything off of the processor itself. We've kind of been reworking the wood lot a little bit just to get everything, you know, in there the way that we want it. I couldn't set up the cleaner and the conveyor until the processor gets here. I wasn't sure what the measurements were and how I want to lie it out with the wood piles and everything, because we really lean on that radius axle stacking conveyor, you know, for going between the different bag racks that we have out. So been a long time coming, and you know, like I've said it before, that we're in your shoes too. We're waiting for our own equipment to come in, so you know, when I tell you something's 6 months out, I know what it's like to wait for something to come in. So, but yeah, I'm gonna turn the radio back on here. We've got about 10 minutes of driving, and I got to go down through town, a couple red lights, and then it's gonna get interesting to sneak this long thing into the wood lot. So, stay tuned. Fingers are crossed. I'm gonna call my daughter. She works at the bank, but I'm sure she's paying attention anyway. She's always looking outside. Oh, I'm smiling because the reflection of this thing in the bank glass was. This thing is just huge. It's epic. I love it. Actually turns pretty good. Alright, so this is where things are going to get a little interesting. Everything else that comes into my wood lot is like a really hard 90-degree corner with either mailboxes or telephone poles or something else in the way. So we're going to sneak down a couple little not very popular side roads and try to sneak this thing in through the back entrance on a development and come down into the wood lot. My daughter and I kind of came out and mapped this route out the other day, and the running theory is it'll work. If it doesn't, it's gonna suck, but if it does, we're golden. Would never have made that corner. Alright, well, we made it to the woodlot. My in-cab camera decided it was going to die. Said it was too hot, so now I have the AC vent blowing on it to see if we can't keep it a little cool. It's like my son jumped in the operator's seat on the processor itself. Just trying to move things around here, get a little bit closer to the wood pile. I want to leave enough room so we can still do a walk around video, but this will be the first pile that we're going to chew up with Log-Zilla here. I think that's about where we were. But yeah, we made it.